Welcome back, Guardians. My name is Samlab. Today we're going to discuss the Final Shape trailer, and there is quite a lot to discuss in terms of the future of Destiny as we know it. Whether you've watched the new trailer yet or not, there is no doubt in my mind that from this moment onwards, the calm before the storm has truly rolled in. Nothing in Destiny will ever be the same beyond this moment in time. Before we get things started though, it's important for me to remind you that this is your spoiler warning. Ladies and gentlemen, beyond this point, we're going in deep. Everything is on the table for discussion. If you don't want anything spoiled, definitely take this moment to pause the video, go away, and maybe wait until I upload my next video later this week, because honestly, we're going to be sat right here for some time. This is an unscripted video, early reactions. I thought that it was necessary to put this together because I don't really get the opportunity to do that, and I thought that it was really important to give you all some kind of idea of what to expect and my early thoughts, like many others, like Bive, like Venextron, like Myling Games, I'm sure will do. But yeah, let's just watch the video, and I will do my best to give you an idea of what to expect. Okay, so right off the bat here, I think this is the first time that we have seen a depiction of people of the last city, but close up. We've never really seen the Botsa district at all in terms of the market stalls and the people. I just thought I'd stop on this with this little boy, but you'll see with the rest of the clip what I mean. One that everybody's obsessing with is the rocker Elixni here playing guitar. Really good emphasis from the narrative team in terms of seeing characters or species intermingling with humanity in the last city, and they don't appear to be hostile towards one another, but yeah, I think it's really cool that they have mastered playing the guitar. I also think it's interesting that we're not seeing this Elixni with a sitar, which is like a dual-headed guitar, which I think would have been really funny. I'm sure the team probably experimented with different things, but yeah, this shot looks beautiful. Yeah, so I'm gonna say okay. I don't think we've ever seen the witness this menacing before. I find it really interesting that it's coming through a cloud like some sort of Olympian god, but we can't really see it. And we know this is the witness because the witness is a combination of multiple peoples, which is why we're seeing like these, all the arms and stuff. But yeah, it's a really interesting concept. I also thought this scene was really interesting because it has a very Assassin's Creed kind of vibe, which, for those of you who have ever played Assassin's Creed, there was this whole thing of the forbidden fruit being the golden apple, and so it's very interesting that we're seeing the witness splice this, or at least it's touching the ground that the witness has spliced, and ultimately it's affected by it. Yeah. Okay, so this is bad. This is very bad. I don't know about any of you, but the idea that the witness has attacked the last city is actually terrifying. We've always talked about the idea, but the idea that it's actually happening is totally different. No idea if this is a vision, but the fact that it's a opening cinematic of a trailer makes me worry. And I would assume, based on the way that this clip begins, that we're actually seeing the beginning of this clip from whatever portion of cinematic it's taken from. So yeah, let's keep moving. Oh, So we're talking full terraforming of Earth, or should I say splicing of Earth. That's worrying. I don't know if anybody remembers some of this early concept. I will probably tweet about this later on, but the building structure and like what you see on the tops of the building, I can't remember the artist who worked on this stuff, but a lot of this stuff is signposting back to the opening cutscene of the Dream of the Traveler from Destiny 2 Year 1 Red War campaign. I'll leave that note there and we'll keep going. Yeah, this is clearly Morozov, and Morozov's hand, which I find a little bit unusual, but I guess we'll get some sort of explanation as we move ahead.
The witness nears the final shape.
It might have been a nightmare. It's reshaping reality into a...
This is interesting because this scene, or this shot, is very indicative of the Ares 1 mission when Hardy and some of the other scientists, the early scientists from Earth, the combination of Russia, China, and America, flying to Mars to meet with the Traveler. So this is, I would assume, is some sort of homage to that moment. No idea if this is a vision. I would suspect it is, given the fact that there is a pyramid ship tucking out from the right-hand side of the Traveler, and also that we're looking at a Traveler that's intact. I don't see any fractured undercarry, which would technically be the broken shard of the Traveler in the EDZ. But we're not in the EDZ, so where are we?
Perfect stillness.
Oh, great Googa Mugga. Earth has been spliced. This is bad. This is not good. No idea if this is a vision. I don't know why we would ever be shown the witness's perspective of what it would do to Earth, but I guess that could technically be a thing. However, I don't think it is, especially given what Morozov just said about the witness is enacting its final shape. So let's be real for a moment, because I think it's important to take note of this. The witness is already in the process of the final shape. It's nearly finished. We're showing up late to stop this guy. As usual, we're not there on time. And it has already begun. So if it is terraforming, I'm using the word terraforming because there's no other word to describe a mass shift in planetary mass on this like scale, because Earth is relatively small to other planets, but in terms of us it's a big planet. So, and in terms of the Traveler, it's still a big planet. So for the witness to start readjusting it like a puzzle piece should paint a clear picture of the scale of power that the witness wields. Just something to keep note of.
I'm done burying my friends.
It's the end of everything. Might as well try to stop it. One last step.
So this clip is interesting. This is Zavala. If only if you've watched Bice videos, you would have heard him mention about this piece of cloth that was supposedly a part of Amanda Holliday's armor, I guess, armor or cloth or whatever it is, that her outfit, her combat outfit, and he is flying in his ship with Ikora Ray following behind him. I'm going to assume, because she's on the comms to his left.
Together. Into the end.
So, this is really interesting. This is Crow looking at the Traveler at night. Now, we know we had a cutscene at the end of Season of the Worthy where he was stood on a similar rooftop. I do not know if it is literally the same rooftop. But we can assume. We're also looking at the last city fully lit. It almost looks like a Golden Age city to some degree. Definitely not as damaged as it was before, but we can see that the Traveler is definitely broken. That's the ejected shard of the Traveler that now sits in the EDZ. Soon to be relevant, I really hope, because it would be weird for Earth to just suddenly disappear with a huge chunk of the Traveler still sat on it, but I guess we will have to wait and see. Okay, I want to jump back a frame here because it's really important.
One last step together into the end.
This scene right here is interesting. The colors remind me immediately of the Nine. The Nine are they have a vested interest, and at this point I'm wondering, okay, when are they going to show up? Because we need some help, and there is a lot here. We're looking at a massive sections of the Exodus program and also the EDZ, which is very paramount to where humanity sits right now. We are broken and fractured, and that's essentially what I think this scene is painting right here, is the fact that the Witness has undone, or is undoing, everything, but here are the core focal points of where humanity is and where humanity potentially needs to be. But I'm going to be doing a video more on the Exodus programs again in the next few days here, so definitely look out for that. But let's move ahead. Okay, what? Is this the precursor planet? For a minute I was about to say, is this Lubre? No, it's not Lubre. This looks to be like the precursor planet, almost sort of abandoned. I'm also going to assume that this is the Witness showing Zavala their history, or revealing the truth to Zavala, or its version of a truth. Because don't forget, we're talking about Zavala, who's like one of the strongest Titans. B has, I would say, some of the strongest conviction of a Guardian and a Lightbearer, and it's very interesting to me that the Witness is investing so much time into him. Would make me think that the Witness really values potentially having Zavala become a disciple of the Witness. So, but this scene, yeah, definitely, like, it looks beautiful, but also, what?
This place. It's hard to describe.
Okay, so this is one of the shots that was shown in the Vidoc. There was a lot of talk about this is basically an aspect of precursor civilization before that's just been left gathering dust. Not really sure the context here, but I'm going to assume it's connected to what the Witness is showing Zavala in a few frames back. But again, there is a veiled statue. We still don't know what these veiled statues are. I don't know if they are members of the original precursor faction, because if you remember, the precursor cutscene has them. They are semi-veiled, but their faces aren't fully covered. But these statues, their faces are fully covered, so question marks.
Bribe.
This as well. This is this is a ghost. This is a broken ghost sat in sand. Immediately, this reminds me of the moment that Sagira was broken and in the sand. So, and I find it really fascinating that we would potentially be shown or see another moment where this is happening to a ghost. And I don't know what it signifies per se, but I'm worried that this could be a potential future, a potential outcome. The idea that we would lose our ghosts and lose the link to the Traveler. That's scary.
Infection. Festering.
This clip was really interesting. This explosion. I don't know what that is. It could potentially be a vision that Ikora is being shown of what could happen to the light, like what could happen to the traveler if everything goes wrong. And so it's allegorical in the sense of like, this is what could happen.
You said it spoke to you.
Yeah, okay. We've waited years. We've waited so long, and here we have a veiled person. A literal veiled person, and it's clear it's a woman, given the outline that we're looking at. So, the question would be whether this is the winnower, or this is the traveler. I do find it interesting that they are holding a piece of glass, shining the light on Zavala. I don't know why you would do that. Also, the fact that there's light from the sky beaming on them. So I don't know if it's a sense of maybe like a future projection of the light veiled, and it's holding a fragment of light. Maybe there's some sort of emphasis like that, or the idea that the darkness, i.e. aka the winnower, is in control of the light, and so it can just shine the light wherever it needs to, which is probably even more terrifying if the witness wins.
The witness.
So this is Zavala at some sort of, I'm going to call it the wall of goop, and when he touches the wall of goop, stuff happens. Let's move on.
Shows us what it thinks we want.
I don't know if anybody saw that, but I'm going to go back a few frames and I'll see if I can catch it.
You said it spoke to you.
The witness shows us what it thinks we.
Oh, I just missed it. But if you were able to catch it for just a split second, you could see like a whole group of veiled people. Very worrying. Not really sure what they're doing, but I'm guessing we're going to see more shortly.
We want.
I'm pretty sure we just all saw it again. I would love to go back, but for some reason it won't let me.
It's a lie.
Okay. No telling if this is Amanda Holiday, but I'm gonna say given the... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a cotton minute. Ladies and gentlemen, there is something that I've just stumbled on here. And I want you to look down, okay? We can see a gauntlet here. This gauntlet looks vaguely familiar. I want to say Ikora Ray gauntlet. It's very it looks like a warlock's gauntlet. I'm not gonna lie. And if that's the case, I'm even more scared. The symbol, like what the fact that she's veiled with this cloth flag is the same flag that Cade was covered in. So I don't know if this is Cade's nightmare, like what would happen if instead of Cade dying, Ikora died. The idea that we're even at this point again where somebody's gonna die is just extremely painful, and I really hope that Bungie doesn't kill anybody off, but I know that this is the end of the Light versus Dark saga, and it would be very difficult to not do that. So, yeah, this is where we're at. I'm deeply concerned. Let's move forward.
Lightbearer, let us lift the weight of...
Okay. Who remembers the movie Frighteners with Michael J. Fox? Yeah, this is straight up out of Frighteners the movie, with a veiled person whispering behind him. Now, what I find very interesting is that the witness is speaking to him, but this veiled person is also whispering to him. Is this veiled person one of the precursor society, specifically from either the nihilists or any of the other groups? it's just really strange to me that this veiled statue would be whispering to him whilst the witness is speaking to him as well. Very similar to something that I mentioned in one of my lore videos that I did, I think a week ago or 2 weeks ago, where I discussed the idea that the witness has no idea it's being used. Darkness is a free conduit, right? And if there is a winnower, it would make sense that it would use as many versions of a final shape to enact its own final shape, because the point is that a final shape would win. And as long as that final shape wins, it wins the argument between it and the gardener. So it's possible that the winnower, if that's what we're calling this entity, is whispering to Zavala and trying to convince him to join the witness, but also can go the way of the dark side.
Join us.
Yeah, we've never really seen that many. Also, we heard the witness join us, so can we assume then that these are all precursors? And what I find fascinating is some of them are these are all veiled women. Why are they all veiled women? Because they're all feminine body types, unless this species that is the precursors were all, I guess, female, perhaps? It's entirely possible, but I'm sure we're going to find out at some point who these veiled women are, and are they connected to the veiled statues? It would make sense that the witness would have, I guess, memorialize some aspects of those people that were his race, even though they're witness. It's very weird. It is super psychedelic, and I am not sure where we're going here, but I am in shock.
Zavala, please, don't do this.
I don't know if anybody saw that, but
Join us.
Zavala, please, don't do this.
okay, so it looks here like Zavala has been grabbed by something. No idea what's grabbing him, but he definitely doesn't look like that's what he signed up for. So, concerned. This could be, again, another vision, or in his own mind, or it could actually be happening and he's just been snatched. Either way, we're in trouble. And the Scorn return. There was no way that we were going to have Aldrin Soft, now Crow, and Cade 6 together and the Scorn not be involved. Whether this Scorn is under the control of Fikrul or not, I don't know. But I would assume so, because if you look down, that is the Scorn flag, my friend. That is Fikrul's effigy. So we can assume that this Scorn is linked to Fikrul. No idea if he's in control of it, but it's definitely after Crow and Cade. And so this is definitely spells bad news, but I figured that there was going to be some way that the Scorn would be involved. The other option is that this is potentially a felled Scorn Baron that has been twisted. We've never seen this level of abomination for Scorn. I mean, we definitely have like Scorn ogres, but this size, this is a giant compared to the Goliaths that we've seen. So yeah, definitely spells bad news for Crow and Cade. I thought that this was really interesting. This looks like some sort of like containment shell, like a dome that the witness has capped over the heart of the traveler and is what it is using to take over. And I think these light blasts, these sonic blasts, is the traveler trying to break out, or whatever is the gardener, is the light trying to break out, and the witness is deliberately trying to hold it back from breaking out. Yes, my friends, that is a Vex mind. Without a doubt, there was no way we were going to enter the heart of the Traveler and not run into the Vex, and the fact that there is a Minotaur Vex mind, potentially a Vex mind, or a Vex unit of this size entering the Pale Heart of the Traveler is extremely dangerous. This is almost more dangerous than the Witness. Because if they get a foothold in this place, there's no way that the Traveler is going to survive, and that's a really bad thing, because if they become paracausal, it is game over. We thought the Witness was going to be terrible. Wait until you experience a paracausal Vex with high level thinking and processing power. There's just no getting away from it.
Nobody makes my fate but me.
My friends, there are two things I didn't think that we would see this kind of attack happen to Ikora, but the way that she lifts herself up from this, I gasped. I was in shock.
Nobody makes my fate but me.
Another moment. Who remembers Vault of Glass 3, my friends? This is the moment we've all been waiting for. The wayfaring humanity. This is essentially what it would look like. Can you imagine 1,000 ships strong dropping in from hyperspace? This is kind of what that would look like, and I'm really excited to see that Bungie went all in with this, and they are potentially hinting at the idea of this happening. Alright, so there we are. Become Legend. There is so much to pick out here. Of course, we have no concrete evidence in terms of how everything's going to pan out, but I think you will agree that it's exciting. I cannot wait to see how this expansion unfolds and just getting a clearer idea of what exactly is happening, because my mind is bouncing all over the place. But yeah, I'm going to leave this here. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know, did you enjoy this video? Were there things you felt like I missed? Tell me what you're most looking forward to, and I will be sure to reply. Feel free to leave a like, and also consider subscribing to see when my next lore video goes live. Remember that no matter what you're facing at this moment in time, you can do all things. Stay safe, and Godspeed.